Hare Krishna. Srila Rupa Goswami experiences the taste when he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Srila Rupa Goswami says, when he chants the two syllables, Krish and Na, and as soon as it gets emits from his mouth and enters the ears and then the core of his heart, then he sees Radha and Krishna personally in the core of his heart. So that's why Srila Rupa Goswami prays to Krishna that he needs crores of tongues and crores of ears, because with one tongue and two ears he is not getting fully satisfied. So Krishna is a cowherd boy. He is the darling of Mother Yashoda. His every part is delicately and precisely formed. He is the sweetest of all. Krishna is the object of love and Radharani is the abode of love. Krishna is wearing a tilak of kasturi. So Krishna is the most sweetest of all aspect of creation. Srimati Radharani is no different from Asht Sakhis. Srimati Radharani expands herself into Asht Sakhis to serve Krishna. Once Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji said that today we will celebrate a great festival by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra day and night, because they have the right realization of chanting, because they see Krishna, Radha and Krishna personally, they know their nature. With prayerful mood they chant, and naturally Radha and Krishna manifest in their heart. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Tyakta sadharam charanam bhajam hare. If somebody joins the Hare Krishna movement and after a period of time he left the movement due to sentiment and due to immaturity, then Srimad Bhagavatam says, what is the loss there? Whatever Krishna consciousness activities he has cultivated, 10%, 20% or 30%, that is his permanent asset. But his next birth is guaranteed in a human life. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashta Sanjayate. He will get a human body in a Shuchinam, in a pure aristocratic family, where he can start his Krishna consciousness activities from the point he left in his previous birth. But a person who doesn't care for Krishna and doing his occupational duties, prescribed duties nicely, then the nature doesn't guarantee that his next life will be a human life. He may get an animal life or in any other species of life. Because your next birth is in the hands of nature, you can't say to nature that I want this and this body. But our Krishna consciousness movement is go back to Krishna next life simply by knowing Krishna. Just like, let's take an example of Ajamil. Ajamil was a Brahmin boy. He was cultivating Krishna consciousness activities nicely. But somehow or other, in his youthful age, he became the victim of a prostitute. And he became indulged in all non-sinful activities, intoxication, gambling, meat eating. And when Yamdutas came in his house, then immediately he chants the holy name Narayana. He called to his youngest son Narayana, and he chants so cruciously Narayana that immediately Vishnu Dutas came there and brought him back to Vaikuntha Lok. So whatever activity we performed, we get the next body according to that. Just like we see in our office, the office is having our records. On the basis of that, we get the next promotion. Similarly, our next body will depend upon our present karma. But our Krishna consciousness movement is go back to Krishna next life just by knowing Krishna. Because Krishna says that Janma Karma Chame Devyam Evam Yojanati Tatvataha Tyaktva Deham Punarjanam Nati Mamete Su Arjuna. One who knows Krishna's birth and his activities, then after leaving this body, you will go back to Godhead, to Krishna himself. So Krishna is the origin of all demigods, all the species. All the acharyas accepted this, and Arjuna accepted this. Then why you are taking Krishna the other way around? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.